Welcome to our treasure hunt. Today, if you've been watching the news in March 2021, there have been announcements of the new Dead Sea Scrolls and some other findings. The treasure hunt is on again. The new Dead Sea Scrolls have been found, and do they have some truths to tell? The man has a portion of the Minor Prophets, a fragment in his hands in the cave. Also discovered in the same caves were other artifacts and coins, speaking of a life during the Bar Kokhba rebellion in 130 AD. And this is a statue, bust of Simon Bar Kokhba. Around 1900 years ago, Romans chased Jews across the Negev, the Judean desert. The soldiers were in hot pursuit of these rebel forces, but those fleeing were not all rebels. A secret hiding place that had been used by God's people 60 years earlier in 70 AD became a refuge for some of them. The outpost city of Qumran, which was originally founded by the Essenes, was once again an avenue of hiding. This is the original city of Qumran that has been in excavation for decades now, since the finding of the first Dead Sea Scrolls. You can see the Dead Sea on the horizon on the back. The Essenes were very separatist. They were the copiers of the scrolls of the scriptures, and they felt it was their mission, that they were called of God to be children of light. And one of the aspects of being a child of the light was for them to preserve the Word of God. And so they would spend their days and just copying the Word of God over onto scrolls and preserving them. So when the Romans originally came at them down this direction, where some rebels were hiding down in Masada, they naturally hid the originals up in the caves, and that became such a good hiding place, the word had spread. And of course, the caves in the hills are miles and miles and miles. Just look at the holes that could be found to hide something in, just right here. Outside the ruins were the Judean Caves overlooking the Dead Sea that had what we now know as the Dead Sea Scrolls. They would find empty ones and seek refuge from their enemies. They brought supplies to live in the caves and hopefully start to live their lives over again. Now, in 2021, the caves are giving up history again. The discoveries include more than 80 fragments of different sizes. Some have Bible verses and some are blank. Here's an archaeologist's sheet of fragments and pieces. They lay them out and then they start to piece them together, and where pieces are missing, they translate and seek to tie in the sentences. Sections of the Book of the 12, the Minor Prophets, Zechariah and Nahum, are major finds. Some of that. Several coins minted by Jews under the leadership of Simon Bar Kokhba. A woven basket dates further back than anything else in the caves. And the skeleton of a child. Finding the cave and getting to the cave were two different things. In order to get in, archaeologists had to rappel into what was previously named the Cave of Horrors, and it is still called that. The entrance is some 80 meters below the cliff top and can be accessed only by clinging to ropes. Once inside the cave, electricity can be set up with generators. and all sifting, all fines, all dirt, anything loose is put into buckets and they're poured into the sifters. They do it at the entrance to the cave for ventilation's sake, also to push debris out of the cave and over the cliff. The coins are a story to themselves. During the Greek reign over Israel, several mints were opened around the nation. They continued to exist and be used by the Romans during their rule. Jewish coins would be minted using the same facilities. Here is a picture. Thank you, Bible in California coins, or Canada. And you can see the red dotted cities are all in the Holy Land. They were where the mints were. People would strike coins there. Minting did not move quickly, and so they would need several of these places. The bronze coins featured a palm tree and a vine leaf, which is normal. And in the background, can you see the one that has a harp? The Jews would put different things on the backside, but they all had to do with worship and service to the Lord. At another location, a basket was found and dated to be older than anything else in all the caves. And in the forefront, you can see the basket in the very, very dry and arid dirt. Around the Dead Sea is just a very dry land, very hot. Things preserve well when buried. When dug up, look how good this looks. Finally, another cave was found, the skeleton of a child in a fetal position under 2 flat stones. The archaeologists feel that it was like a cup hole that was dug out just to fit this child, that they were trying to hide her. And maybe they had to abandon and she died there. Maybe she died elsewhere and that was the best they could do for a grave because they could not leave the cave. Some 80 kilometers of caves have already been surveyed within the Israeli Antiquities Authority operation, including very remote and inaccessible hollows. Think of just going through the Judean countryside in the mountains, looking for crevices, looking for indentations, anything that might mark and have a cave. Israel's been using drones, and mountain climbing equipment has been employed. About half the area remains to be explored. So grab your backpack and your sifting box, and let's go on a treasure hunt. Israel is absolutely convinced there's more to come out of these caves. Thank you for watching. This is our digliography of contributors of everything that you saw. And we invite you back on another treasure hunt. It might not be here, but it'd be another excavation, something found in the Holy Land. Thank you, and God bless you.